The following is a hockey podcast out of Vancouver and Surrey, British Columbia. It'll only consist of a lot of puck talk and even more BS, or in actual words, banter and satire. Enjoy, and as always, go Canucks go.
Yo, if my boss is listening to this, I don't want to raise. Just pay me below market value, okay? I want to help the team out. That's Canucks culture. That's Vancouver. And this is Kyle Bound. Let's talk about this NIls Hoglander extension. Patrick Allvin, Rick Tocchet and company, just doing their thing, straight up. We are all Canucks. I mean, Locked On Canucks. Enjoy the episode.
You're Locked On Canucks, your daily podcast on the Vancouver Canucks, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
People. We back doing this, right? Giving you Locked On Canucks, the show. We're supposed to do what, right? Give you your Canucks every day, a.k.a. every hour, the second episode of this Sunday. And why not? Why not? When your Vancouver Canucks are once again not boring. Earlier today, Tucker Pullman out, got a lot more cap space when you really think about it. Eric Brandstrom in, he's waived. We're talking about it. And then boom. After a Packers dub in Los Angeles, I get the news that Patrick Allvin, Rick Tocchet, Jim Rutherford, and company, but more notably, NIls Hoglander, are doing this thing for another 3 more years. Well, I guess 4, if you consider this one part of this experience extending with somebody who I believe is going to get a lot better in this system, and deservingly so, because NIls Hoglander just proved that he truly is a Vancouver Canuck. Straight up, if NIls Hoglander does the exact same thing that he does last year, right? He scores 24 even strength goals, gets like 15 assists, gets a bit better defensively, still plays with that tenacity more consistently. If he does all of that, he's getting paid more than $3 million. Based on the age, he's someone that could have been a prime offer sheet candidate, right? You just saw what happened with Dylan Holloway. It just seems as if he's one of those guys who could have got something similar to that. And that's more than market value, whatever that means. Because there's potential there for something else to happen. I think NIls Hoglander knows that. And I think that he knows that A, winning is important to get to that player type he wants to be. But B, there's a good chance under Tocchet, in this regime, this professional regime, yes, there's a good chance that NIls Hoglander reaches this potential that we all think. And I'm talking to the NIls Hoglander stands, right? The people who like the big hog. Okay? Who's with me, man? Who likes that big hog? NIls Hoglander, man. Doing his thing. And if you can do it consistently and live up to the potential, add more flair, be more consistent, game in and game out. Don't do what you did in the playoffs, right? Hopefully that was a one-time thing, right? A rookie mistake when it comes to the playoffs. Be more consistent, be that dog, shift in and shift out. And I'm going to say the sky's the limit. We talk a lot about comparisons, right? Even though comparison is the thief of joy. Not in the sports world, okay? It brings the most joy. I love comparing. I look at NIls Hoglander being a prime Victor Arvidsson / Patrick Hornquist type of player. Okay, if those two had a baby, NIls Hoglander, sure. And NIls Hoglander at this age, right? Still in his early to mid-20s. You know what I'm saying? If that guy can continue to grow and build off what he did last year, and live up to some of that mixtape stuff that he was supplying during his draft year, that flair, that skill, game in and game out, there's a hell of a player here. Specifically speaking, I think a 30-goal scorer. And I wonder, right? I wonder if he gets there this year. I don't think so. I think he's going to be used in a different role based on, who the team has right now and the whole DeBrus thing and the Daniel Sprong thing, and who knows what Leckermack is going to do at Abbotsford. There's some more options here. And I feel as if, based on this this type of roster the Vancouver Canucks have, I wonder if they want to lean into Hoglander's tenacity here right now, more so than the other stuff. Okay. And maybe they believe that if he's more of a bottom six, get in your face, be hard to play against every game, similar to like a Brandon Tanev, they're okay with that. Maybe they need that type of player on their team. Maybe having Kiefer Sherwood and NIls Hoglander do their thing like that on the same line is a bit X Factor-ish for, again, your Vancouver Canucks. And that's okay because he can do it. And he can do all that and still supply, again, in my opinion, 40 points. 20 goals, 20 assists, 40 points, 25 goals, 15 assists. I still think he can do it because he's a damn good hockey player with a lot of skill, a lot of instinct, okay? And Hoglander, got to applaud this guy too. He believes, man. He's a Vancouver Canuck. He bleeds that blue and green and that black and red and white, whatever the colors are. He believes in the 420 magic, right? Come on. He likes the smell of Vancouver. Remember Nikita Triumkin? He's not signing no 3-year extension. He didn't like the smell of weed. You know what I'm saying? NIls Hoglander don't mind. He loves Vancouver. This is his place. This is his home for the next 4 years. And at that cap hit, just a guy that, again, if he's the same player, he's still worth that money. But if we all assume the best and think that he's going to, reach this different level, there's a heck of a player there. A heck of a player there. And, man, this is a masterclass for the whole Canucks organization. And again, a lot of credit going to Allvin, Rutherford, and company. And I get it, and I understand, and we're about to really go through it in a couple of minutes. But I just want to appreciate NIls Hoglander here. Taking somewhat of an Alexander Burrows type of deal. Now, that sounds crazy because Burrows, scoring 30, signs that deal. But there's just something that oozes this guy loves Vancouver, and he's bought in to what this team is doing. And this is the best place for me to develop. This is the place I want to be. One love to Vancouver. Let's get it done. And for that, bro, you earned my respect. Look at the comments, okay? Canuck Clay. Was in line to be the next GM for the Vancouver Canucks. I think so, based on my sources, a.k.a. my intuition. Years and years and years ago. But didn't get the job. That being said, he does believe Hoglander's future is so bright. And Kyle needs to wear the shades. Yeah, I do need to. Come on. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I got to protect my eyes. It's a bright day here. Hoglander just signed a 3-year deal. It's so sunny in October. Man, oh man. Things are happening. Man, oh man. Look at this, okay? Kurt Richardson, one of the best in the program. Knows how to use a keyboard. Asking a lot of questions. Doing a lot of comments. My guy. Hoglander. Can learn more from, guys like Garland and Sherwood. And if they can have that in their bottom six, they have 3 relentless motors, right? Garland, Hoglander, Sherwood, okay? They could be in your bottom 6 or, they could be on 3 separate lines. That's a lot of in your face. That's a lot of you hate me. I'm going to distract you. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to be tenacious. And oh yeah, I may score a goal. 3 years. $9 million deal. 3-year per. $3 million per. My bad. It's 420 somewhere. Hoglander, man. A steal of a deal. I'm liking it, man. Look at this. John Dryden, okay? Hoglander is 23 freaking years old. Freaking. I can't wait to not say that again, okay? Kid is going to be a stud. Hoglander, man. 23 years old, man. What a guy. And is it true that he's from a village of 11 people? 11 people. That's unreal. Is it 11 or 100 or 1,000? Same thing, same number. What a legend. And I keep bringing it up, but go look at the mixtape. Go look at some of Hoglander's best moments as a young buck, an even younger buck, right? 17, 18, doing his thing, 16. There's a lot of flair there, and you tap in with Rick Tocchet more. Obviously, Rick Tocchet believes in this player as well to a different level, and I feel as if him and Hogs can, level up their relationship and their compatibility, there's a way for a lot of legacy and Rick Tocchet to rub onto what? NIls Hoglander. You get what I'm trying to say, okay? Man, oh man, it's a good day, man. Go Canucks, go. Can I get a go Canucks, go, man? Straight up. That's the best song in the world, the best bar in the world. Go Canucks, go. Look at Tyler, man, saying sweet hog. Never had one of those. I've had a sweet potato, though. I like sweet potatoes, man. What's better, sweet potato or yam potato? Who knows? Who knows? Now look at Andrew, man. Another OG, man. Pretty sure he owns 1% of the company. I feel as if this guy produces the show. Always chiming in. Is it just me, or since the management upgrade, it seems like all the solid players have had huge improvements and everyone else is gone? Whoa. Whoa. Is it just me, or is Patrick Allvin making sure value deals are getting done across the board? Can we talk about this? And yes, the jury is still out on a couple of these. When I mentioned the first four, they got to have good seasons this year to do some convincing to say that, these deals were steals of a deal. But he got Hronek, right? 8 years, 7.25. Hronek. I'm pretty sure he's right-handed, right? That's more rare than what? You know what I'm saying? That's impossible, right? I didn't know there was any right-handed people available on Earth based on how valuable these people. I'm right-handed. I should have played defense, man. I didn't like the D, though. Hronek, though, 8 years, 7.25, doing his thing. Let's see how that looks this year. Let's see if he can, at times, maybe when Tom Willander is a part of the Canucks during this deal, let's see if he can carry his own pairing. That deal at 7.25 could look really good. And one thing about Hronek, he has looked very, very, very solid in the preseason. Okay, Dakota Joshua signs a four-year deal worth 3.24. Is it 3.25? Like, I can't do math. And you know what? If he's the same player that he was last year and brings all that physicality again, he's worth way more than 3.24. Again, an outlier type of player. But that's hard to do, to replicate that, right? What's that Dr. Dre line? Like Kendrick knows it. I don't. It's hard to do it again, right? He got there. Let's see if he can bring it. And let's also see if there's some improvement again. Is that possible? Can Dakota Joshua get better? And again, that would allow this 3.24 million per to be a steal. How about Tyler Myers? Okay, 3 years. 9 million again. The NIls Hoglander deal, right? 3 million per. I want to see this guy be consistent again. If he's consistent again for like 94% of the season or 88% of the season, this is a good deal. Jake DeBrusk, 7 years, 5.5. Okay, this is the last one where there's a little bit of critique. The rest are steals, but again, Jake DeBrusk. Look at the stats. And I'm not talking about the fancy stats, okay? I'm not talking about the calculator, the calculations, the algebra, the division. Okay, I'm not Trevor Beggs. I'm Kyle Bowen. I'm just saying, look at the stats. If he puts up the same numbers, I'm not extremely convinced that he was worth this deal based on the fact that there was a lot riding on making sure you found Pettersson the right guy. And DeBrusk signed for 7 years at 5.5. Just prove me wrong. Do your thing. But until then, hey, the jury is still out on this one. And look at the rest of these deals, okay? This is this summer. Danton Heinen, 2 years, 2.25. Kiefer Sherwood, 2 years, 1.5 per year. Quinn Hughes' favorite player. Archer Shelov's 2 years, less than $1 million per. I've seen the letters in the mail, but I'm gonna say it again. Shelov's is making minimum wage after what he did for our city last year, and that's defeat Kevin Lankinen and the Nashville Predators, okay, by himself, and almost beat the Oilers. Speaking of Lankinen, okay, sought after backup, one of the best out there. And what does he do? He signs with the desperate Canucks for less than $1 million. Now look at Daniel Sprong, okay? 1 year, less than $1 million. Allvin also unloading on Tucker Pullman and Ilya Mikheyev, okay? That's a list made by Hughes is the GOAT. I don't know if this guy's a stat guy. Maybe I should have used TSN, but I'm a man of the people. One left to Patrick Allvin, man. Unreal. Crazy, man. Look at this, man. Look at this math. I'm not this smart. But Jack Maloney, is this the future prime minister of Canada? Dude, what is going on, dude? How come everyone has the coolest names out here, man? Jack Maloney. Holy baloney, man. Straight up, man. Okay, Canucks trade pot, Coles in for a 4th round pick, and then use that 4th round pick to flip Pullman, okay? They saved some money there. They did their thing. And Allvin and Rutherford just working, man. They're working on Sundays. Speaking of which, I'm going to stop working on Sundays. Too much football to watch. I'm not focused. I just had a DJ set like a couple of hours ago, and it was my worst set ever. Why? Because I was thinking about the Tucker Pullman trade and how it could affect our cap recapture during the trade deadline. All these stats, all these numbers, right? The LTR. I'm trying to learn that, and I'm also trying to watch the Packers game on the side, and I almost got fired from a DJ gig. So where am I going with this? NIls Hoglander, man, doing your thing. One love to you. Andrew asking, where's Hoglander locked in spot on this lineup? Who knows? The Daniel Sprung with Pedersen thing is still up for debate. They got to prove it. Hoglander could be there. Kiefer Sherwood could be there. Speaking of which, I just feel as if Sprong can do it this year, or Lecker-Mackey, or they find another winger for Pedersen, there's an ability for Pius Suter, Kiefer Sherwood, and NIls Hoglander to be something. Full of chemistry. Look at Andrew with another comment. Okay, I still hope to give the goalies a 3-way split this season, 27 games each. Okay, this is a conversation for another episode. On this note, though, I did see that Patera got waived by Boston after Boston did sign Swayman. The Canucks, I believe, again, I could be wrong on this. This is just what I've been hearing. The Canucks would be first in line to be able to snag him back, and also be able to do so by putting him in. I mean, they would be able to do so and still be able to get him to Abbotsford without waiving him again. So I feel like Patera's coming back. Last comment, though. Okay, look at this. Equalizer, E_equalizer 007. What are you doing? Playing Xbox 360? Is that a gamer tag? This guy listens to Papa Roach, man, for sure. Allvin is not done cooking. That's what he's saying. And yeah, what's the next trade, man? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, what's the next? What's Allvin doing, man? Allvin, spend some time with your family, man. It's okay. It's a sunny October day in Vancouver. It's all good, man. Get some lobster. Go to Cactus Club. Do your thing. Okay? Anywho, I'm going to do my thing, and I'm going to get out of here. One love to you and you and you and you, as always. Just letting us do this, and allowing Trevor and I in the studio, a.k.a. the Don't Doze Art Lab, to just live the dream. And for that, we are forever grateful. My name is Kyle Bowen, KYLEBHAWAN. Speaking of being grateful, NIls Hoglander, thanks for believing in everything Allvin and Rutherford and Tocchet are doing. Having belief and hope in the city as well, and the team. Shout out to you. You deserve the best, and have a great season. The season, starts in a couple of days. Things are about to get real. Let's enjoy it. We're back. We're blessed. Let's escape and be grateful again. Anywho, that was another episode of Locked On Canucks. Peace.